Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alien Breed Impact. It's a first part in a three-part series. It's made by Team 17, who are also known for making the Worms games. So far, this game is almost kind of a Metroidvania-esque in the sense there is some backtracking. It's very man, I cannot English today. It is very Nation Red style in terms of gameplay. Before we jump into that, I'm about 2 hours into the game or so. It's pretty standard controls. Keyboard controls, WASD, pretty simple to interact. You hold down spacebar to interact with stuff. Left control melees, R to reload, pretty simple. Rotate the Q and E, you rotate your camera. The camera is rotatable in the game, so you don't have to have a fixed camera, which is absolutely nice in certain rooms. Next weapon, you can scroll on your mouse wheel. There is running in this game, which is kind of odd, actually. You don't see many games like this having, running. Push to talk if you have co-op. There is co-op in this game. It's actually, I haven't tried it, but I did look it up. It doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of more fun than it is now. This game's pretty fun, not gonna lie. I do enjoy it. It's kind of good. It has its moments of like, alright, this is a little annoying because there are some elements I'll go over here in a second, but ZE, there are items that are usable items, such as med kits, pretty standard stuff. There's also controller support, everything, again, rebindable. I did plug it in, but mine is not compatible, which is kind of annoying. Display settings, not much to see here. Really isn't. There is downscale resolution, though. Sorry, kind of positive for a moment. I'm trying to think of what to add on that, but not really much to add. It's just kind of a VSync, pretty standard. Post-processing effects such as explosions, dynamic shadows for the lighting effects, brightness, you can just turn that up, basically gamma controls. But the downscale resolution, really quickly, this game was a 2009 Xbox 360 arcade game, and now it's been ported onto PC. I don't know how long ago, but either way, the fact that it is downscale resolution, I gotta say that's pretty good. Again, it's kind of weird. So really quickly, what I was talking about was the backtracking. Sometimes you have to backtrack in other rooms. Why you can't control the map with your... Oh, you can control WASD. I've tried using arrow keys. I'm completely stupid. Anyway, this is the map. Notice something? Little strange here. It looks like every room is blocked off. I've had this problem. I've been 2 hours into the game and I'm not even done with the first chapter because I've had to go into rooms so much to figure out, okay, and remember, alright, this room has a door here that connects into this room. But this room actually isn't indoor. That's a completely different area with a locker room. And you really do have to remember stuff. It's very Metroidvania-esque in that sense. I mean, I'm liking it so far. It's just the occasional frustration with the map. It's not a huge deal. It's kind of just a whatever situation. Other than that, gameplay is really well, it's smooth. There is some mouse acceleration with the character, I imagine, because they wanted to make it a little more interesting that way. The different guns, they handle as you think they would. Shotgun, spread, pistol. Sadly, you can't click to shoot. You can't click faster to shoot faster on any of the guns. It's just kind of disappointing. Assault rifle, pretty standard. The one thing though that I really am liking about this game is that there is a lot of attention to minor details. The minor details in the sense of you can destroy things like that. And the shotgun bullets spread on the walls. If you certain things on the walls, like let's see if I can find a fire extinguisher after I search these corpses. But also when you search things, your character will actually interact with the item, and lockers, you'll open them up and actually look through them. I mean, there's a lot of minor attention to detail. Hang on, I just want to find a fire extinguisher real quick. Whoa, there's an alien. So these are the tiny little aliens you see at the very beginning. I guess I should go over enemy types while I'm trying to find this, and also find out where the hell my objective is. Now I'll find them. I think it's this way from what I remember on the map. Yeah, it's this way. Whoa, yeah, okay, so you gotta watch out for random explosions on walls too. It's usually best to stay in the middle of a room because explosions can kill you. That's right, environmental stuff can kill you for a 2009 Xbox 360 arcade game. Kind of surprising, actually. And again, I'm loving the little minor attention to detail on things, like, for instance, the bullets spread and hit different spots on the wall. It's not just a steady stream of fire. I mean, you can shoot canisters like that and they blow up. Oh yeah, those different enemy types. So these big guys right here are pretty standard. The ones that I'm killing right now, they're just kind of big, tanky, larger aliens, and then they're kind of armored counterparts, which they're darker looking and they will latch onto you. So they just latch onto you and start biting you until you move. You can just kind of jiggle around the movement, shake them off. Kind of standard, I guess, for a 360 game. I mean, again, keep this in mind. This is a 360 port. It's not going to be, you know, up to PC standards, but for so far, I mean, it's doing pretty well. I'm liking it. It just, again, the biggest thing I've had a problem with is the map. Kind of is very confusing. It's not very detailed. You really do have to remember, just because of that kind of Metroidvania-esque thing. I'm just going to keep saying Metroidvania-esque because this game is basically that. I mean, there's a lot of searching around for things. There are even hidden pathways occasionally that you can go in, get some loot, but it seems like there's always aliens. Like, the game is always throwing aliens at you to kind of keep you involved. I mean, and there's a lot of explosions too in this game. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. That's cool. Aliens walk through fire and they light on fire. That's kind of cool. Why they wouldn't avoid it, I don't know, but anyway. Oh yeah, to use your secondary items, you hold down right click and it eventually uses it. Same thing with interacting in the world. Hold down space. Ow! I ran through fire like a complete dumbass. I mean, so far the game's pretty good. I'm liking it. I'd recommend this game if it was on sale, maybe for $5–10. I don't know what the original pricing is. I probably should have looked that up. But yeah. I'm pretty sure this game's a $15 game. I bought this as part of a Humble Bundle, and I thought I'd try it out just to see how it is. I do a random impressions video on it. So far, it's done pretty well at what it's been doing. It doesn't feel like anything gets too old too quickly. There's also, so far I've seen about 4 enemy types. The little guys, the medium guys, the sort of tankier version of the medium guys, and then these like sort of almost locust-looking characters, aliens, that send out a weird, like, almost laser beam that heals their allies, which is kind of cool. It looks really cool. And, again, the game does not give you a good definition of where you need to go. This is a game where you definitely have to look at the map a bunch. I think I have to go this way. Pretty sure. The other way was blown out. That's just my biggest pet peeve about the game. There's not a whole lot to say, because it seems like this is basically the game in a nutshell from what I saw of the trailer when I first bought it. Is that it's mostly this. I mean, this is an Xbox 360 game. You can't really expect a huge amount from it. Since it's a port. The Xbox 360 arcade games weren't known for having a huge amount of content. I don't know how exactly long this game is. I mean, I've been in it for, you know, a couple hours because I did die once, and that's one big thing I should mention. There's no checkpoints in the game, and from what I have noticed, the checkpoints that are there are usually only when it's like a defense event. Oh, really? Okay, so I gotta unlock the door now. No, cool enough. Have to go anywhere? Oh, wow. Alright. There was a couple points at the beginning of the game where I had to do a defense-style thing, where I had to defend the objective for about a minute, which was kind of weird because the objective, I don't think, could have been stopped anyway, so while I was in there for a minute, it may be just a way for them to fill in content, or timing, I guess. It's hard to say. Wasn't I just in here? Yeah, I was. Weird. I'm gonna make sure I'm going the right way. And it feels like sometimes there are certain parts of the game where you're like, why do I have to go back in that room again? I mean, when I was shutting down the reactors, because a lot of the stuff looks the same because of the aesthetic that they chose, there was a lot of points where I'm like, wasn't I already in here? Wasn't I just doing this not 2 seconds ago? And then, you know, you look at the map and it's like, oh, okay, it's in a different room. Because up here in the top right corner, the map doesn't show you as much detail as when you press enter and go to your PDA. And that's one of the biggest things that I've had a problem with in this game, is just the map. I'm gonna probably keep harping on it because I've always hated bad maps in video games because it always bugs the crap out of me. But other than that, I would recommend this game to a friend. It is pretty fun. Sorry, I wanted to go down here and grab that. Ow. That actually took a good chunk of my health, I think. Was I that low? I don't know. But the attention to details that I'm really enjoying is like, especially when my health goes low, the lights on my suit go low. Like they start going to red, which is pretty cool. It's just little attention to detail stuff like that. That just looks really good and really nice. It adds to the atmosphere of the game in the sense of, you know, that they care. I mean, this was made by the people, or maybe it was just published by the people who made Worms. But I mean, if they just published it, hey, they made a good choice. So far, it's pretty good. I'm liking it. I would recommend it if it was on sale. Pretty sure the normal price is about $10 and maybe $20. But if it was on sale for $10, I'd highly recommend picking it up, especially if the bundle is out for all 3 games. That's usually probably the best point to do it. And really quickly, this is the shop system here. This shop system is a little weird because it doesn't tell you how much is available in the terms of like, or not really available, but when stuff is going to be available. When it refreshes. I should probably buy some med kits. Whoa, $1,000. Ouch. There's also other weapons in the game besides just these. There's a flamethrower, which I did get to try a little bit of. Laser rifle, and a iron spike, which... Oh, ion spike, not iron spike. I'm assuming shoots like laser things, and I don't know. I really want to try these, but it feels like they're going to be way more down the line just because of the way the story is. There's 8 parts to the story from what I saw, because there's also a free play mode. I guess I could go over that here real quick. I haven't done the free play mode. I'm going to actually try that out real quick. Save. Yeah, save. Cool. And then let's try that real quick. So exit the menu, please. One thing else that kind of bugs me about this game is the menu system here. There's this weird sort of like glitching out system thing here, which I guess isn't terrible, but it is kind of weird. Oh, there's only 5 stuff. Never mind. I don't know why I was thinking 8. Thought there was 8. Anyway, there's 5 chapters by the looks of it from this thing. In this free play mode, it kind of... You can't skip anything, which is annoying. There's no skipping cutscenes, which I imagine a lot of people would be pissed about. The story, I don't really care about talking over it, because from what I can tell, it's just kind of a, hey, something hit your ship filled with aliens, go help save the ship and whoever's left alive, and almost kind of Dead Spacey in a way. Dead Spacey, wow. Did I just say that? Yeah. I mean, this is free play mode. I don't know if free play mode goes through the story, or if it just lets you do whatever you want. It's hard to tell, based on that, what it said. Dang it, I was trying to skip. I'm so used to skipping stuff in games and cutscenes that are just like this, that don't explain story. It's just kind of pointless. Anyway. I mean, it's so far interesting. It's got its points. One thing I really dislike is when an environmental thing is about to blow up, like the wall, since the ship is collapsing and, you know, being destroyed and all that. It really does make it hard to be like, can I go this way without being destroyed? Oh, so I had to blow that up to shooting there. Okay, cool. It's got some interesting stuff in it. The sound assets, I wouldn't say are amazing. They're good, they're decent. They're not great, but they're good. They're good enough for it being, again, 360 port. I'm going to keep emphasizing that, because this is originally an arcade game. I'm pretty sure 360, unless maybe it was just Xbox Arcade, but either way, it's the arcade, it's been ported over, it's done pretty well so far. Again, I probably would recommend it if it's on sale. I know I keep reiterating that, but there's not a whole lot to this game to say like there's a whole lot in it. I mean, mostly it's just been kill the alien, shoot the alien, move on to the next objective. There hasn't really been any boss battles from what I've seen, and if there is, I imagine that maybe they're at the end of the storylines. I don't really feel like going to the end of the storyline right now, because I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, and a lot of other things I want to check out in other games. Ooh, I got a flamethrower. Hello! Ooh, this is nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a turret there. Oh, did I just set my own turret on fire? I'm so sorry, turret. You okay? Alright, it looks like the turret's cool. Whoops. I mean, this stuff like that, kind of interesting. You can set stuff on fire. I wonder if you can. Whoa! Alrighty then. Whoa! I didn't know there was explosive stuff there. I can't seem to set the plants on fire. Oh, that's kind of sad. That would have been kind of cool. Bodies do burn in the game. They crisp away. There's a lot of cool stuff. Again, my health. Oh, hey, my health's low. That's a great time. That's now a great time to show that, yeah, light's going low. You probably noticed that as I was dying. I was not noticing I was dying. But anyway, that has been Alien Breed Impact. It's kind of a quick video, I imagine. I didn't really time how long this was, but, you know, hey, if this helped you decide if you want to get into these games, if they're ever on sale, glad I could have been of help. And, yeah, I'm going to do the other two in the series as well. Do some update videos on those, because I want to see how those ones play out. I haven't played them. I got these like 2 years ago, and I never played them because I didn't know they were in my library, because I kind of just buy Humble Bundles. And sometimes I get games like this in it. And I mean, it's a pretty good game. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Kaoris, and again, just thank you for watching, and I'm hoping I was able to help. Bye-bye.